Let us pray. O God, your Son makes himself known to all his disciples in the breaking of bread. Open the eyes of our faith, that we may see him in his redeeming work, who lives and reigns with you in the Holy Spirit, one God, now and forever. Amen. The Holy Gospel according to St. Luke, the 24th chapter. Now on that same day, when Jesus had appeared to Mary Magdalene, 2 disciples were going to a village called Emmaus, about 7 miles from Jerusalem, and talking with each other about all these things that had happened. While they were talking and discussing, Jesus himself came near and went with them, but their eyes were kept from recognizing him. He said to them, "What are you discussing with each other while you walk along?" They stood still, looking sad. Then one of them, whose name was Cleopas, answered him, "Are you the only stranger in Jerusalem who does not know the things that have taken place there these days?" He asked them, "What things?" They replied, "The things about Jesus of Nazareth, who was a prophet, mighty indeed, in word before God and all people, and how our chief priests and leaders handed him over to be condemned to death and crucified him. But we had hoped that he was the one to redeem Israel. Yes, and besides all this, it is now the 3rd day since these things took place. Moreover, some women of our group astounded us. They were at the tomb early this morning, and they said they did not find his body there. They came back and told us that they indeed had seen a vision of angels who said that he was alive. Some of those who were with us went to the tomb and found it just as the women had said, but they did not see him." Then he said to them, "Oh, how foolish you are, and how slow of heart to believe all the prophets had declared. Was it not necessary that the Messiah should suffer these things and then enter into his glory?" Then beginning with Moses and all the prophets, he interpreted to them all the things about himself in all the scriptures. As they came near the village to which they were going, he walked ahead as if he were going on. But they urged him strongly, saying, "Stay with us, because it is almost evening and the day is nearly over." So he went in to stay with them. When he was at the table with them, he took bread, blessed it, and broke it, and gave it to them. Then their eyes were opened, and they recognized him, and he vanished from their sight. They said to each other, "Were not our hearts burning within us while he was talking to us on the road, while he was opening the scriptures to us?" At that same hour, they got up and returned to Jerusalem, and they found 11 and their companions gathered together. They were saying, "The Lord has risen indeed, and he has appeared to Simon." Then they told what had happened on the road, and how he had been made known to them in the breaking of the bread. The Gospel of the Lord. Looking at an empty sanctuary and missing your church family. The emergency room after unsuccessful surgery. Quiet office after a pink slip is found on the desk. A lonely bathroom where a plus sign just won't appear on a pregnancy test. This is where Cleopas and his companion, who I believe was his wife, but that's another story, that's where they find themselves. They're lost. They're defeated. They poured their whole lives and selves into following this man that they believed was going to be their savior. They gave up everything to follow him. And then he died. Defeat was snatched from the jaws of victory. The one who was supposed to deliver them couldn't even deliver himself from the cross. This isn't how the story was supposed to end. Remember the waving palms? What about the victory and celebrating and God's kingdom coming to earth, all of it is gone. They found themselves walking down the road to Emmaus. Frederick Beaker says that symbolically, Emmaus is a place where we throw up our hands and say, I can't take it anymore, and it makes no difference anyways. It's a place of desolation. It's the young mother and father holding their stillborn child in the delivery room with no idea of what to do next. And then the miraculous. Jesus comes near, but unfortunately we're told their eyes were kept from recognizing him. Why don't they see him? The one they had put their faith in and left everything for. Are tears clouding their vision? Are they simply unable to pick up their heads from watching the dust stirred by their sandals on the ground before them? The gospel writer leaves those details only to our imagination. We only know that Jesus invites them to tell their story. I imagine Jesus saying with perfect pastoral sensitivity, so tell me what things have been like for you over these past few days. And they share. They share what it was like to look across Golgotha and see the Roman guards celebrating their victory. What it was like to walk through Jerusalem and be laughed at by those who never thought that Jesus was the Messiah. They share what it was like to flee the city, fearful that they might be crucified next. To start towards a destination unknown because they simply can't stay where they are. They share what it's like to feel defeated, deflated, and alone. They do this on Easter Sunday. Luke says this is still the same day when the women went to the tomb and told others what they had heard and saw. Not just the missing body, but the angels saying Jesus was alive. Yet Cleopas and his companion can't see past the empty tomb. There's no sign of victory for them. So Jesus tries to explain it all. Don't you understand that this is all part of the plan? He talked about this. Don't you remember? Clearly, they do not. And this should come as no surprise because they never do. Jesus' disciples don't ever seem to really get it, no matter how many times he tries to tell them. By now, it's gotten late. So they offer him a place to lay his head down. Not because he's Jesus, just because it's the hospitable thing to do. They sit down to a meal together, and their guest takes bread, blesses it, breaks it, and gives it to him. Takes, blesses, breaks, gives. How many times have they seen him do this before? Around the table, surely, but when else? When he took a young child at his knee, blessed her, broke through the disease that held her captive, and then gave her back to her parents, newly healed. Or he went into the temple and approached the money changer stand. Maybe he said a prayer before breaking it down and handing it in pieces back to the money changer, saying that he would do this and more in the days to come. They probably didn't understand what he was doing then either, but they saw him take, bless, break, and give. And they had seen this pattern before. They must have, because at this moment their eyes are open. It isn't when he comes near them. It isn't when he walks with them. It isn't when he tries to explain it all to them. Again, it is when he takes, blesses, breaks, and gives them bread. Something so ordinary that they have seen it before time and time again. It's only then that the tears go away. Their heads look up from the table, and they finally see who has been journeying with them. Jesus is alive after all. The tomb, the angels, the women, can it really be true? It's all coming back to them now. They see. And then in an instant, they see no more. He's gone. Is this not the way God so often enters our lives? Not in the miraculous, but in ordinary taking, blessing, breaking, and giving. In the hug of a friend we haven't seen in a while. In the laughter of a child playing in the grass that has finally surfaced from beneath the snow. In breaking a trail through the woods, and giving to the food pantry, and blessing an evening meal. We recognize God. With our eyes opened in the midst of this everyday reality, we are reminded that all is not lost. We are not defeated or alone. Love has won. Easter is here to stay. And we see and we begin to understand. And in that instance, Emmaus is gone. Amen. Uplifted by the promised hope of healing and resurrection, we join the people of God in all places and all times in praying for the church, the world, and all who are in need. For those whose hearts are fervent with love for your gospel, that they are empowered to tell the story of your love in their lives, and to show hospitality in response to this love. Lord, in your mercy, hear our prayer. For the diverse natural world, for jungles, prairies, forests, valleys, mountains, and for all the wild and endangered animals who call these spaces home, that they are nurtured and protected. Lord, in your mercy, hear our prayer. For broken systems we have inherited, that we continue to perpetuate, forgive us. Restain the nations for fighting over limited resources. Redeem us from the cycles of scarcity and violence. Lord, in your mercy, hear our prayer. For those who call upon your healing name, give rest. Stay with us and walk with all those who are hungry, friendless, despairing, and desiring healing in body and spirit, especially those we may love or in our hearts. Lord, in your mercy, hear our prayer. Create in our hearts a yearning to rest in your promise of eternal and resurrected life. Give us thankful hearts for those who have died, even as we look forward to hope of new life in you. Lord, in your mercy, hear our prayer. With bold confidence in your love, Almighty God, we place all for whom we pray into your eternal care. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. May the one who brought forth Jesus from the dead raise you to new life, fill you with hope, and turn your mourning into dancing. Almighty God, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, bless you now and forever. Amen.
slowness of heart. Yet Christ walks with us, ever awaiting our invitation. Stay, do not halt. I am with you, Jesus has spoken. This is Christ's promise, this is Christ's sign. When the church gathers, when bread